So I'm getting the message that there's a draft or a project that you need to be working on. For some of you, this is a few things. You have a few projects that are like saved in a drafts folder, either like videos you need to post, or I'm hearing like a novel you're trying to write, project you need to work on, something you want to get started. There are things that you know you need to do that you've been kind of putting off almost out of fear. And it's you're being called to step out of this fear and start taking action because that's what's going to get rid of this fear. And this has been coming up a lot in my personal readings, is the need to break things down. And this came out as an example of someone writing a novel but feeling too overwhelmed to come to the page, to whatever draft they have going on their computer, that kind of thing. And instead just taking like a pad of post-it notes, and you just fill out a post-it note each day, and it's by the time you finish the pad, you'll have like your first chapter written, that kind of thing. That's the energy that you need to be in right now. Interesting, I've got, this is the Fool in the traditional deck. This is a Death Oracle deck, so it begins with death. You have a new beginning that is sitting right in front of you. For a lot of you, this is sitting in your drafts folder, but it's hard for you to approach it because either the project feels too big, or for some of you, the project isn't that big, but it feels really big. And this is because it's going to attract some kind of success to you, but that's not the point of the project. But some of you are subconsciously feeling what kind of like attention it'll attract to you, so you've been avoiding even touching this altogether because you'd rather play small and stay hidden, that kind of thing. Yeah, this is like the Tower in the traditional deck. So I see it as a good tower. I see pretty much all towers as a good tower because anything that needs to go will be removed from your life. And that's kind of what you're going through right now, is having to sit with yourself and face whatever these fears are, with the understanding that nothing moves forward unless you move, right? Like the divine can only do so much. I've definitely experienced this, that if you're guided to take action on something and you don't take action, that's sort of where the Tower moment will come in. Yeah, this is saying that you're actually in a very creative energy, but you're a little protective over what you're doing. And it's gotten to the point where you're not even touching this thing at all, but you do have a lot of mental power here and the ability to manifest something pretty profound. A lot of my like divine masculine cards have been coming out where this is correlates to the King of Wands and the King of Swords. So there is a need to take action on something here, on something that you've kind of been sitting on, but you know is going to be good for your life. It's like enriching for your life, working on these projects and making, creating the change you want to see in the world, and creating like the media and the art that you want to see in the world. You've been having trouble seeing the path forward. For some of you, you're not even touching it because it feels almost, like I said, it's something that feels too big for you. It's almost like you can't see the clear path. You can't see your way to the finish line. So you feel like it would be you almost, it's almost like a wasted effort, that kind of thing. But this is your reminder that nothing is a wasted effort. Interesting. Yeah, this Victory card in reverse, that you feel like it would just be a waste of time. But nothing that you do or put out is a waste. You learn something from everything. And sometimes this is a part of the process, is where you produce a lot to not see any results, so that you detach yourself from the outcome and start to really love the process. That's really when you aren't seeing results in whatever thing you're doing, it's because you need to shift your focus. That's part of what this Tower moment is a breaking down of your ego, so that you understand that you're not doing things just for the output, is that you should be doing things for who you're becoming in the process, and basically for the process itself. It's for the love of what you're creating. And it's once you ground into that present reality, that present moment, is when the path will actually start to clear up for you. It allows the divine to work through you in the mysterious ways that it does. So get to work on that project. You already know what it is. It hit you as soon as you saw this video. You're like, crap, yeah, I need to be working on that. So that's the thing that you need to be taking a look at, and work on detaching yourself from the outcome and just get really invested in the process. What is it like to show up each day? What is it like to just put a little bit of work? Baby steps will always get you to your end goal. And baby steps is doing more than just sitting there and feeling anxious about that thing sitting in your drafts. So again, if it's like something where it's going to, like a novel where it's like, I don't even know where this is going to go. For some of you, you already have an outline. but it just feels overwhelming coming to the page and like doing a page each day, then just fill out a post-it note each day. It doesn't matter how much work you do, as long as you're pointed in the right direction. Any little step is a step in the right direction. So if this resonates with you, let me know. All of my services are linked in my bio, and if you become a paid subscriber to my Substack, you get 20% off all of my Etsy services in perpetuity.